Alright, this is my Land Rover Defender 110. I originally bought this as a birthday present to myself a few years ago, and I wanted it for the idea to go away on like big trips. So kind of like an expedition vehicle, overland rig type thing. We've only done a few little trips like that, but the rest of the time I just use it off-roading with the boys. But that is all about to change because we have a massive trip planned, and I've got lots to do.
Right. Next big thing for this is we've got a 3,000 mile trip around Europe. I was supposed to have 2 months to get this truck ready for it because we have a million things to do. So 2 months to get this ready has now turned into 2 weeks because the E36, that thing has taken up way too much of my time. Hasn't it?
Correct.
So we now have 2 weeks to do the most ridiculous list of things to the Defender. And the major one today is something I've wanted to do ever since I got it. So, this is a pop-top conversion for a Land Rover Defender. This is by Poppin Rovers, and they're just about to release this new kit onto the market basically, and it's more of like a DIY roof conversion kit. So, what we're gonna do is convert my Defender to a pop-top, which is something I've been wanting to do literally since I got it. It basically does that.
Shocks on it.
Step one,
Tear it apart.
tear it apart. The lot's got to come off. All right, get the awning off.
Let's do it.
Awning off. 1, 2, 3 brackets, and then there's just a couple of 10mm nuts on the back here. Got it?
Yep. Oh, that's so good. Everything on this, it's just everything's so tight. It works when it's all done, but setting up and taking it off is just a ball ache. Lovely. I can't reach the button anymore.
Awning's off, and then we're going to undo all of these, which is the roof rack mounts. We're going to try and lift it off with the arms of the lift, but to do that, there's loads of electrics. I don't know if you can see this. All my wiring is there. We've got wiring for the spotlights, wiring for the solar, wiring for the CB radio. We've got to basically take all the roof out, which I hate anyway, so let's start ripping it apart.
Oh.
I've always hated this sidewall. It's going in the bin. And now I can get to this roof, which took me and Ali like an entire day to do this roof. I don't even know where to start.
So our plan for the trip is basically 3,000 miles through Europe. We're gonna start in France, do a bit of south of France, and then cut into Italy. I think we're gonna hit Lake Como for a day, and then basically we're gonna go up to the Dolomites, spend some time in the mountains, and then maybe hit Switzerland on the way back. But it's a pretty fat loop, and I'm very excited, but this truck is not ready. Mechanically, camper, emotionally, so that's what we've got to do. We've got to do lots of prep.
We're free.
It feels so much bigger in it already.
This is what we need to get to. These 3 cables that come in. Solar panel, lights, and there's a CB radio over there as well. That's free. That one's free. That's that one free.
Rather than trying to lift the roof rack off because it weighs a ton, we're actually going to try and rig up some jiggery pokery on the lift and try and get that to pull it off because it's really heavy.
Do one at a time. Do hold on. Can you hold the one I'm tugging?
Can't tell.
Yeah, I'm tugging, so just wait until you feel it.
Oh, this is so hot. All of them are out now.
Woo! Oh, like a glove.
That's awful, isn't it? What is that?
Something's caught.
Oh, stop! Yeah, it's the back of that. It needs to just go a smidge higher.
Oh, don't go into that. Looks like it's had a roof chop. That is hilarious. It looks tiny. Skinhead Defender. Oh, it kind of looks sick. This video, I'm gonna give away a pair of shorts. So you can have a black pair, or you can have one of the funky blue pairs. If you wanna win a pair of shorts, all you gotta do is comment down below, should we film bits of the trip? I'm not gonna film it all, because I wanna have a holiday, but comment down below, let us know. And I'll pick a random winner next week. That is the winner from the last video. Well done. Right, next step is we gotta start taking the roof off of the Defender. So luckily, it's just nuts and bolts. I think there's literally 10 bolts, hold the whole thing on. That easy?
Yeah. Good old Defenders.
There's not even bolts on the other end.
They're rev not. Summer for grill, baby. Summer is here. Woo!
Look at this, sick.
That's lovely.
Oh my god. I want a convertible. I want a 90 convertible right now. Can I do the mix and match thing, please? Yeah. Mayo chicken. Yeah. Cheeseburger. Yeah. And nuggets. A vanilla milkshake. Large Fanta.
Show off.
I'm sweating.
You're right.
Oh, mate. Thank you. Friday. We've got McFlurries and Mackies. We're sunbathing in the back of a Defender.
Unbelievable.
Lovely. Oh. Right, this lot has been hidden away in a cupboard for years. Didn't even know we had it. This is a load of old promotional stuff from years ago. So we don't make this stuff anymore. All of this was from before we had this warehouse, because this is when my parents ran all the distro. So we just found it all. These are real old. We got tons of this. So basically what I'm gonna do is, if you order anything on the website and put this code in, then you'll get one of these, or one of these, or one of these thrown in at random. These camo ones have not been around for a while. Wristbands, these are a bit bright, aren't they? Place an order on the website, bocca123.com, and put this code in, and you will receive one of these. Oh look, there's even a bottle opener in here. Metal bottle opener. If you put a code in and it lets you put it in, that means there's still stuff available. All right?
Sit a bit. Nice one. What were we so amused with just the roof off?
We better try and actually figure out how to convert this into a pop top then. So this is what we got from Poppin Rovers. The main thing obviously is the main frame. The main frame. So this comes like just aluminium. So you can choose to powder coat it or paint it or whatever. So that's the frame. Then we've got the struts for the frame, struts for the bed. We've got some L profiles for the bed frame. We've got this for the door seal. And then seals. And then a lovely box of fasteners, screws, washers, rivets, rib nuts. So, follow me around here. We also have a huge instruction booklet with photos. Step one looks like attaching the roof to the frame. So this is for your door seal. So we're going to replace this and we need to get rid of it because we need this whole thing to be flat. That's going to get in the way of our frame. Trying to make it flush as possible, you know?
Satisfying.
Oh, there we go, look at that. Big run. Here's a question. Has anyone ever managed to peel an orange in one?
Oh, wait, it's definitely coming. Oh, my stomach. I just have stomach cramps. It's surely coming.
So that's going to go like that. It literally says in the instructions, use ratchet straps to pull the roof together because Defender roofs aren't, well, they're a bit saggy, aren't they?
Maggie Maggie.
Give her a tighten then, and then watch this come in, look. Right, after much boring, measuring and back and forth, we have now got it to a point where that's the same, and same. That frame is now equal on the roof. So, mark it, drill it.
This is a pretty long, tedious job. It's just got to literally use the factory holes that were in the roof, and we're going to mark upwards, use those holes to mark onto the new frame, and then we can take the new frame off, and then we're going to use riv nuts to hold in the bolts for the frame. So start off, I'm going to use a center punch to get the hole perfect, and then we're going to go in with a drill bit. We're going to drill it wide enough to fit the riv nut in, give it a little wiggle because my drill bit's not big enough, and then here's a pack of riv nuts supplied by Poppin Rovers, and they're basically just like a rivet, but they've got thread inside, so you can put a bolt in there. So put it in the riv nut gun, give it a clamp, unwind it, and then there you have it. You have a perfect, nice thread inside the frame. And a bolt is going to thread in there absolutely lovely. So now it's just a case of a proper long, tedious process of drilling and riv nutting a load of holes. So it's pretty tiring, but it's got to be done.
Off camera, I've done the bottom frame as well. So this is the lower frame that goes on the Defender. This is the last one. And then we should be able to bolt this up to the Defender. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lovely. We've gone around all of them, they all fit, they all bolt in, but we're not at that step yet. So
what's
about
next?
To come off. I think we've got to get the hinge ready.
Yep.
Basically, two parts of the kit. You've got the upper frame, which is for the roof, and the lower frame, which is for the body. And then basically a hinge will connect the two here, and then that's where it will like hinge up from. Next step of this, it needs to be bonded on, but before we do that, we've got to paint it because I don't want to have a aluminium colour.
Right then.
Panel prep, just give these a wipe down. It's getting painted at some point properly anyway, so this isn't like legit. I just don't want it to be silver. Edge prime. Oh yeah, beautiful. First coat, done. Lower frame on the Defender, upper frame goes on the roof. And then it's the two parts of the frame that are gonna end up sitting on each other. And then we're gonna there's a big hinge that goes all along the front here, and that will basically attach to both parts of the frame. So that's what joins them. And then the other frame will be here with the roof on top, and then it's gonna go like that. So this part is always gonna stay like the same, and then back there is where we get the height. It's quite a lot of work, but the whole point of the Poppin Rovers like pop top conversion is it's tailored at the DIY people. And to be honest, most people who own Defenders are probably good at DIY anyway, because you need to be. That is now going to get bolted onto here, but you got to seal it first. So we've got this, which is Sikaflex. Oh,
good. You're right, Dan.
Give me a head rush. Today we're doing tomato pasta. We're gonna do some pancetta.
Pasta with
What
ketchup.
did I say earlier? It's like a cheesy, tomatoey, pancetta, bacony type sauce. We're gonna start off, no oil. We're just gonna go in with that. And then that's gonna render out some fat, and then we'll cook the rest in the fat of that. So whilst that's cooking, we've got some shallots. You could also just use onion. Chop these up real small, because you don't want to feel them in the sauce. You want the sauce to be like almost smooth. A few little like that.
So many people have said, oh, we want to see one episode where Andy cooks. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah?
No.
You ain't bad.
No, I know I'm not. But why would you lick your own balls if you got a dog? Do you know what I mean?
I want to see an Andy special though. Shallots going in. Garlic next. Good tip for garlic. Cut the like the root off like that. Get rid of that, and then just give it a little, and it should just peel. Peeled. Garlic in. You want to cook that for like a minute. Next, we're going in with peeled tomatoes. 2 tins of this. Right, few flavour things. Italian herbs, crushed chilies, a little bit of spice. That is now gonna be like a little bit bitter, because tomatoes, when they first come out the can, are always a little bit bitter. To solve that, you either cook them for a while, or you can add sugar. But I don't have any sugar, so we're just gonna cook this for a while. 20 minutes, cook that down. Probably worth putting a lid on as well. Nice. In the meantime, we've got that other frame to paint. It smells insane, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Lovely stuff. Chuck that in there for flavour, and then I'm gonna put a lemon in there. Do loads of pepper. And then we'll pull that out at the end. Do you want another good trick to do?
Come on.
It's your Parmesan. That's the rind, which you never use. Pop it in.
Why is that?
It'll just like, that's a load of salty umami cheese.
Full of flavour.
Full of flavour, yeah. So you just let that sit in there whilst it cooks, and then take it out at the end. We're gonna go in with bronze dye fusilli. Get that back up to temp. Oh, that's smell good. I'm gonna grate some cheese. Right, we'll pull the rind out. Bin. Pull the basil out. Pasta's going in. Cheese. More basil. Basil in, big fat stir. Get the cheese melted.
I'm hungry now.
We are going to be in a big fat coma after this. We'll do that. Pepper. Bosh. Pasta, done.
Unreal.
More. God damn.
Every time.
Oh my god.
That's banging.
I reckon red sauces are definitely my favourite.
Yeah, I don't mean.
So I don't know if like I'm really biased towards this type of food, but that is the best sauce ever. Go on, have a rip on that. Good lunchtime sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, that is banging. You've done it again.
Okay, I'm very full. We're very full. So this is the main hinge, which the two parts of the frame are going to bolt to. So it's going to be like that. So we've got to work on attaching this to both frames. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, so shallow channel, because it grips that nut bolt and stops it spinning. So it becomes like a captive thing, because you won't be able to get to this on installation, so you won't be able to get a spanner into it.
Yeah.
So that channel is like acting like the spanner.
Locking it in.
Yeah, that's cool. Once your holes are complete, transfer these fixings all the way through to the roof. Right. Lovely. There you go. They all fit. And then we'll just put nuts on the back of them, tighten that up. In this frame, we won't be able to get to it with nut and bolt, so we're rib nutting this one. I'm buzzing. I want to get to that point where I can actually pop it today.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Next, we've got to do is this, which is the gas strut bracket. And that's going to sit on the lower frame. So the holes are pre-marked there, but we need to make them into a riv nut again. I honestly hate riv nuts so much after this. That's tight.
That's nice.
That is nice. That's them on. Panhead M6. They are going into there. Lower part of the frame, hinges going on. Hinges on. Next part is these aluminium L profiles. And these have got to sit on top of that, and that is for the seal. So, let's get that on now. Whew, that was a mission. But these are on now. So, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a L profile, and that sits all the way around here. And I'm guessing it's for the weather strip seal. So this is the piano hinge for the bed. So we're just trying to put everything on now whilst it's a frame, so it's easier to do. Because when it's on there, it'll be harder. That is going to have the bed, and the bed's going to lift up with the roof. Last one. Mint. The time has come. That is getting bonded and bolted to the roof. So we're just going to run a lot of Sikaflex and get it on finally. Let's go.
Ready?
Yeah.
So we have probably about 20 bolts all throughout the frame. So we're just gonna slowly start putting all them in, bringing the frame closer to the body, and then just clamping that Sikaflex so it creates a nice seal around. And once we've done all that, the frame is finally on.
What's this?
Faux suede.
Faux suede.
Carpet.
Faux suede for sure.
Oh, for sure.
We are on the last bits on the roof, so we're trying to do all the prep before it goes on. So finally, the last thing we're going to do is carpet it.
A nice grey.
Yeah, do you like that?
It's black in it. It's black in it.
That's great.
Oh, it's actually that colour?
Yeah.
I thought it was the inside.
No,
That's a funky colour.
Ali didn't want to go for black.
Really?
Yeah, which I kind of understand. Bit too dark, isn't it? We're trying to go for a lighter theme this time.
Comes with the adhesive.
Yeah, I bought all the glues.
See why? Jesus. Got enough?
What I've done back here, just off camera, we've installed, I don't know if you can see them, there. I'll show you them later, but they are new floodlights for the back. And I've run the wiring, and I've also got the wiring for that, which is the reverse camera. And I've run it all along here, and I've zip tied it, so you can see the zip ties. And the cable runs all the way up there. So coming out here is rear lights, reverse camera. And then we've also got some trunking and cabling here, and that is going to be my solar panels and my spotlights on the front. So carpet's going over the top of that, and then should be good to go.
All right, Bock and Andy's carpeting services checking in. All we got to do with this one is just cut the carpet length and then spray the glue down on both the surface and the carpet itself, so it's kind of got like 2 layers of glue. This stuff goes off pretty quick, so we got to work in like little sections, and yeah, it's just a case of stretching it over, trying not to get creases in it, which is harder than it looks, and then yeah, just working our way right to the back until all of the carpet is glued down. There's a lot of creases and lines and ribs in this roof, so it's a bit tricky, but we managed to get it done, and it looks pretty good.
Jeez, what's that? Andy and Box upholstery added to the resume.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
That's pretty good. We need to do that back section, but I'm going to leave that for Ali to do because I don't want to do it. And the trunking that the cable runs through is a bit ugly, but you'll only see that when you're in bed and that's where your feet are, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Good work.
Looks good.
The time has come. We have got to now finally lift the roof onto the frame and mate the two together, and this is where it finally becomes a pop top. Look what we finally bought.
After already doing the gearbox 30 times, then we decided to buy one.
And the first job it's doing is lifting a roof, not the gearbox.
1, 2, 3. Alright. Okay.
So, I don't know if you see here, those bolts that we just stuck it on are poking up through here and there, and we got to get nuts on them, but they're real tight. So we're gonna have to lift them half off, start the nuts, drop it back down.
Once we got all the nuts on the bolts and we got them nipped down nice and tight, that means the frame is finally on for the last time, and now we've just got to lift up the roof as high as we can go so we can slide in the hydraulic struts and get them bolted down.
Go on, pop it.
Roof. That is mad.
Look at the amount of height you've got.
It's actually ridiculous. I'm 6'5" and I can barely touch it.
Oh yeah. That is mega.
I like that.
Try and show it. Roof on. Added 14 centimeters to the height. So, looks a bit beefier, but not too bad. We've also got to finish off a few bits. That hinge hasn't sat right, so we've got to readjust it. And then basically a seal will go in here. And then weatherproof it. I am buzzing on that. We've still got to build a bed. We've still got to do a load of other bits and bobs for it. And then, oh my God, solar panels, fridge. We've got to rebuild the stuff in the back. We've got to change a gearbox, do a clutch, put a transfer case on, install a load of arms and suspension stuff. And I leave in 9 days. Right, cheers for watching. Drop a comment. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.